Hey guys, I know it's been 2 days since I did a read, but I want you to know I was not doing anything or sitting around doing nothing. My mom and I decided to jerk out our sewing machines and we started to make surgical masks for the hospital since they were running out. So as you can see, we made about 60 some of these so far, and that's what we've been working on. So we were being productive and we wanted to do something good with our time that we could give back. So that's what we did. When we left off on Mr. Brown's October precept, and that's one of those things that people live by. And he said, your deeds are your monuments. So the things we do for people and the things that we do in life, that's what people's going to remember us by. Not by all the words we speak or the things that we say to them. Our actions speak a lot louder than our words do. It's the things that we do that they'll remember. So moving on, we're on page 66, and we're starting on the chapter called Apples. My birthday is October 10th. I like my birthday, 10-10. It would have been great if I'd been born at exactly 10:10 in the morning or at night, but I wasn't. I was born just after midnight, but I still think my birthday is cool. Guess what? I think my birthday's cool too because it's my birthday. I usually have a little party at home, but this year I asked Mom if I could have a big bowling party. Mom was surprised but happy. She asked me who I wanted to ask from my class, and I said everyone in my homeroom plus Summer. Well, that's a lot of kids, Augie, said Mom. I have to invite everyone because I don't want anyone to get their feelings hurt if they find out other people are invited and they aren't, okay? Well, that's awful nice. Who wants to make someone feel left out? Okay, Mom agreed. You even want to invite the what's the deal kid? Yeah, you can invite Julian, I answered. Geez, Mom, you should forget about that already. I know, you're right. A couple of weeks later, I asked Mom who was coming to my party, and she said, Jack Wheel, Summer, Reed Kingsley, both Maxes, and a couple of other kids said they were going to try to be there. Like who? Well, Charlotte's mom said Charlotte had a dance recital earlier in the day, but she was going to try to come to your party if time allowed. And Tristan's mom said he might come after his soccer game. So that's it? I said, that's like 5 people. Augie, that's more than 5 people. I think a lot of people just had plans already, Mom answered. And we were in the kitchen. She was cutting one of the apples we had just gotten at the farmer's market into teensy-weensy bites so I could eat it. What kind of plans? I asked. I don't know, Augie. We sent out the invites kind of late. Like, what did they tell you, though? What reasons did they give? Is Augie taking this very well that only 5 kids are signed up to come to his party so far? Guys, when you get an invitation, try to go to things. It really does make people feel better. Everyone gave different reasons, Augie. She sounded a bit impatient. Really, sweetie, it shouldn't matter what their reasons are. People had plans, that's all. What did Julian give as his reason? I asked. You know, said Mom, his mom was the only person who didn't RSVP at all. She looked at me. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I laughed because I thought she was making a joke, but then I realized she wasn't. What does that mean? I asked. Never mind. Now go wash your hands so you can eat. Now, if somebody tells you the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, that means you act like your mom or your dad, or you guys are kind of the same. So in Julian's case, his mom didn't even bother to respond to the invitation. She didn't even care to call or say he could come or didn't come or couldn't come. So his mom's kind of saying she's as rude as Julian is by not replying at all. My birthday party turned out to be much smaller than I thought it would be, but it was still great. Jack, Summer, Reed, Tristan, and both Maxes came from school, and Christopher came too, all the way from Bridgeport with his parents. And Uncle Ben came, and Aunt Kate, and Uncle Poe drove in from Boston, though Tata and Papa were in Florida for the winter. It was fun because all the grown-ups ended up bowling in the lane next to ours, so it really felt like there were a lot of people there to celebrate my birthday. Now, moving on to Halloween. At lunch the next day, Summer asked me what I was going to be for Halloween. Of course, I'd been thinking about it since last Halloween, so I knew right away. Boba Fett. You know, you can wear a costume to school on Halloween, right? No way! Really? So long as it's politically correct. What, like no guns and stuff? Exactly. You know, same rules we gotta follow. What about blasters? I think a blaster's like a gun, Augie. Aw, man, I said, shaking my head. Boba Fett has a blaster. At least we don't have to come like a character in a book anymore. In the lower school, that's what you had to do. Last year, I was the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. But that's a movie, not a book. Hello, Summer answered. It was a book before it was a movie. One of my favorite books in the world, actually. My dad used to read it to me every night in the first grade. Did you all know it was a book before it was a movie? Did you know that most movies were books before they were movies? When Summer talks, especially when she's excited about something, her eyes squint like she's looking right at the sun. I hardly ever see Summer during the day, since the only class we have together is English. But ever since that first lunch at school, we've sat at the summer table together every day, just the two of us. So what are you going to be? I asked her. I don't know yet. I know what I'd really want to go as, but I think it might be too dorky. You know, Savannah's group isn't even wearing costumes this year. They think we're too old for Halloween. Too old for Halloween? I still love Halloween. I still love to dress up, and, well, we all know Miss Boyd's old. What? That's just dumb. I know, right? I thought you didn't care what those girls think. She shrugged and took a long drink of her milk. So what dorky thing do you want to dress up as? I asked her, smiling. You promise not to laugh? She raised her eyebrow and her shoulders, embarrassed. A unicorn. I smiled and looked down at my sandwich. Hey, you promise not to laugh, she laughed. Okay, I said. But you're right. That is too dorky. Hey, I like unicorns. I know, she said, but I have it all planned out. I'd make the head out of paper mache and paint the horn gold and make the mane gold too. It would be so awesome. Do any of you all know what paper mache is? Maybe you need to send that in to Miss Riggs. Send her a little message and let her know what paper mache is. If she gives me those responses, we'll do some shout outs on the next read. Okay, I shrugged. Then you should do it. Who cares what other people think, right? So many times we get caught up in what other people think about us, or, oh, are they going to laugh at me, or, oh, will they think I'm crazy or not cool? Who cares? Be you. Do what you want to do. Maybe what I'll do is just wear it for the Halloween parade, she said, snapping her fingers, and I'll just be like a goth girl for school. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'll do. Sounds like a plan, I nodded. Thanks, Augie, she giggled. You know, that's what I like best about you. I feel like I can tell you anything. Yeah, I answered, nodding, and I gave her a thumbs up sign. Cool beans. And that's where we'll stop. Now, guys, remember, we have our Zoom login tomorrow at 12 with all the 4th grade. So you're invited. Don't forget, we'll see you there. And we got lots of surprises. So catch you later, taters.